All right, ladies and gents, welcome. Actually, should speed up here. Welcome to game number 1 in a best of 5 between TaToH playing as the Celts. And, ooh, that ostrich is not cooperating with him. And then TheMax, who is here playing as the Mongols. This is a best of 5. Okay. This is so the game sounds perfect for me. Everything's perfect for me except the alerts. So if people resub today, it's gonna be like 150% in my ears. I'll have to fix that after the stream. Should make things interesting. But anywho, this is the best of 5, and it's called the Latin America Arabia Invitational. So there's only 8 players. So you just start off here round 1 quarterfinal, and then later on today we're gonna have Hera versus Doubts. And this is spoilers at this point, because none of it's going to go to YouTube for me anyways, so you might want to watch the VOD. Yesterday, Leary beat Yo 3-0, and then Viper beat MBL 3-0. And so my fingers are crossed we're not going to see another 3-0 today. I'd like to see a lot of games. But Max is actually starting off with an early barracks, which is not all that common with Mongols. And so he's going to go for a pre-mill drush. And then TaToH is Celts. And what's funny is Celts typically would go for a pre-mill drush themselves. At least if your name is Wong. Yes, Zakaru. That alert was so freaking loud. It's unbelievable. So anyways, looking forward to these games. They'll have different civilizations. It's all in Arabia. And salute to Mario Avale for organizing this game. King, thank you. Shrenery. I can't say your name. I can't say your name, but I can. You just said in the Twitch chat that your girlfriend, you and your girlfriend are longtime YouTube watchers, first time on the stream for this tournament. Awesome, thank you, and thank you for the Prime sub. This barracks timing for TaToH is a barracks that you would build if you're going man at arms. Normally, if you're going with the drush, your barracks would be up a little bit earlier than this. And TaToH has not scouted the fact that Max has built that barracks. So TaToH could lose villagers to this. Like, that villager here could die. He's not loomed. TaToH might need to make a decision on if it's worth it to delete the mill to save a villager, or if you just toss it away here. This is a huge surprise to TaToH. And TaToH just has to accept, nope, that villager's going to go down. That barracks is going to go up. And, ooh, wow, that villager could be attacked through the bush. One of the rare times the Age of Empires 2 is realistic. And TaToH actually might go for a trap here. Gets a gate on this side, but I don't see him being able... What? How? Wait, the gate's just going to be weakened heavily, right? No way, TaToH. No way. That was very impressive from TaToH, I have to say. Losing the villager was bad because he couldn't scout it, but he has made a nice little home for these militia and that scout. And these units are going to be... I mean, even though the gate's on fire, these units are going to be trapped now. Which gives TaToH an opportunity to maybe go forward with his military. And then Max, I mean, ideally would not be in a position to defend from it. But Max is on the way to feudal age after all that. I have to say, the build order from Max, pretty slick. To be able to go feudal after all this is impressive. And he's going to wall. And I think he should be able to get the walls up before TaToH can arrive with any serious pressure. However, TaToH does have a scout. And once he's in feudal, which will be soon, that scout could really pack a punch. And then the militia are Celt militia, so they could get here pretty quickly. All right, that's not what Max wanted to do. Okay, that's what Max wanted to do. Nice quick walls. TaToH, of course, had to invest into multiple gates. He had idle time, and he lost a villager, so Max will be liking his position right now.
Interesting.
Now, if TaToH is able to get through here with 3 men-at-arms... then this becomes a very different situation. That person only subs for the farms. And that's very good play from TaToH. TaToH will take that kill no problem. He didn't lose any HP or much HP at all on his militia. And he's being extremely annoying here. Now that scout gets the extra attack. Max saves the villager. Scout's very weak now. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like it was a panic move for Max to make his own militia like this. I really feel like most players would just fight with villagers and wall. But Max was terrified by this, and now these units are through, and maybe he should be. But the point is, was it worth it to make 2 more militia? I don't think so. But he's getting men-at-arms now. All right, so that means the attack on the gates will be stronger.
I only sub for the winners can.
And now he's still trying to quick wall, and that's just not happening for him. So he's going to have, what, one man-at-arm at home? And he will eventually get a range up. Vil count, pretty even. TaToH's just behind by one. But that was a lot of idle time for Max. And you have to remember that Mongols aren't really taking advantage of any eco bonuses now, whereas Celts do because of the chopper wood. The chopper wood? Did I just say chopper wood? The faster wood chopping. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been casting. Chopper. What's up, Angrith? Hello? Choppa. Angus Scout will go down. TaToH's doing a good job. TaToH will clear this up. Which again makes me think, was it worth it for the Max to go for man-at-arms? I don't think so. He loses a villager. Okay, now I think with one or two archers, he can push this away. Big thing for him is he's off his berries. A dangerous micro against Celts. Alright, saves that villager there, but if he can take berries, then he can take his food. If he can quick wall here, these units are going to get trapped. Well played from Max. Impressive play from both. Like, what a start here. In terms of overall villagers, as I look at this, it does look like Max is ahead by 2. Can't help but feel like TaToH maybe had some TC idle time, or we missed the wheelbarrow upgrade, which I don't think he would have had at this stage. Tart Melons. Only subs for the Willis cam. Well, we had a bit of that yesterday. Quite frankly, I'm probably not going to be using cam for a couple days because I want to get a few things sorted here. We got the audio sorted, and at least in terms of the microphone. But we were so close. Like I have 2 PCs in here, 3 monitors. And before, what would happen is I'd have to have 2 Discord accounts if I wanted to talk to someone. The mic Discord account and basically the headphone Discord account, which is not how 2 PC setup should really work. But it worked fine, right? The quality was good. And we couldn't get my microphone to sound like it did before. And what it was before was nothing special. I just connected my microphone to my PC, and then bada bing, bada boom. And then we figured it out. So, and then I can do, if I get really angry with you guys, if you guys are like, T90, your farms are the worst. I could be like, you can just, and, you know, we can handle it professionally. It's going to be really tempting not to do that too frequently. Just so you guys know, it's way too much power to just be like, you are you know, it's just, the button's right there. I have to do it. I'm kidding. But there's other things we can play around with. Like there's, I can affect the pitch of my voice with random knobs, which we haven't. There's megaphone, there's robot. I don't know what robot is. There's various things, and we can add a soundboard here too, so. All right, so as it stands, I would actually prefer TaToH's position, just slightly. I know it sounds crazy because he is behind in villagers, but I feel like Celts with the faster wood chopping and playing into archers and skirmishers should be favored, but not if the archers go down like this. Good play from Max to get some archer picks. Now, both civs have awkward transitions. Mongols, they can make knights in Castle Age. They can go for cav archers, crossbows, whatever. But, God, that's so loud for me. That's so loud.
What did you call me?
Man, the alerts are, they're so loud for me, man. Poipes, thank you. That hurts. We're like full-on Baby Shark level of noise. If you guys have been around long enough to know how loud the Baby Shark was when I first added it, like that's how loud just a standard resub is right now. Poipes, thank you very much. You are okay, I'll stop. No blacksmith yet for Max though? What's up with that? Hey, there's the blacksmith. And he needs to get fletching. TaToH might be tempted to add a stable, or he might just be tempted to continue to make ranged units and then go towards Castle Age and then decide to go for siege or knights there. Do you think I will ever do Overlord again? Well, I was going to do Overlord because yesterday I apparently sounded like God. But since I don't sound like God anymore, probably not. No, I'm kidding. Maybe. But I don't know if that's possible on DE. Like, a lot of the good things that you guys have liked in the past does not work on DE. So, not saying I've looked into it, but we'll see. The issue with Overlord is knowing how to be a proper god. I really struggle with that. I either am too harsh or I am too lenient. So thank God that I'm not. Thank God that I'm not God. Maybe I should bring Doubt in to be Overlord with me. That'd be kind of funny because, you know, the whole Doubt being the Lord meme could be good. All right, so Max is on the way to Castle Age. His macro is no joke behind this. Oh!
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, Max, someone says, does have a very nice map with the gold on the back, good wood lines, whereas the map is very open for TaToH. That said, if TaToH just walled a bit more, this map is more than fine. TaToH has a lot of archers. I think this is a trap. I think Max wants TaToH to go in here. Or not. He's just going to show himself. Can't say I agree with that, actually, because... Well, we'll see what the micro's like, but I feel like he doesn't have armor on the skirms, he doesn't have the number of the skirms, and TaToH will just clear this up. But it's been 3 skirms down for 2 archers, and yeah, again, not that impressed with that. Don't love that idea. And now Max is actually going to go 2 stables. I don't know if he has the eco to go 2 stable knights right now. He's 11 on food, hasn't even taken the food in his berries. But if he gets armor on the knights and gets 4 knights out, TaToH is going to need to run away. And TaToH's probably confused too, because TaToH's like, wait a second, he just lost his skirm, so I can run in here. And now he's going to see the stable and think, uh-oh. Good thing for TaToH is he's making archers, and there's no more skirms. So if you get enough archers, early knights are not going to be enough to counter you. You need to have upwards of, I'd say, 15 archers microed together, and then you're fine. Then when you get the upgrades, it's probably going to mean that Max needs to be on a siege workshop. Olaf, the game time is at the bottom now. Sorry for any confusion there. I recently changed this overlay because we don't have the Hidden Cup 3 casting mod to use anymore. So in-game time is at the bottom, next to the minimap.
2 years being a part of this amazing channel, thanks T90.
Chosen Potato, 2 years... You are not, like, you have Guardian Angel, you have Chosen Potato. There's quite a few purple badges now in the chat. Perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's been a wild ride, 2 years. I was talking to Willis the other day, because the first time, so Willis, who's now my PC guy, Step Lancers! Oh my god, we got Step Lancers, let's go! So, I thought he was going to make knights. He's just going to make Step Lancers to raid, I guess. And then maybe boom. Does have the siege workshop. All right, these Step Lancers look pretty, man. I still feel like it's just not really the time for Step Lancers, you know? Like, I don't know if he's going to do too much with this. I like the fact he's made them. In general, right now, Max is he's using units that he's not going to want to use long term. He's not making ranged units. But I think he just wants to make Step Lancers so he can boom. Like Step Lancers and Scorpions, maybe. Okay, but back to my point. So, for those who don't know the story, and I don't think most of you do, I was in need of RAM because I was having PC issues. And I tried to download all the extra RAM. Didn't work for whatever reason. I don't know why downloadram.com didn't work. So, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I needed RAM. And Willis35 was like, hey, I've not only got RAM, I've got some siege RAM, right? Let me get it over to you, because he lived an hour or so away from where I lived at that time. So I was like, do I want to meet this guy? What's he going to be like? You know, it was the first time that I was just like, yeah, let's just meet a fan. And long story short, he gave me the RAM. Talked to me on the phone about how to set it up, because I know nothing. And, then he helped me set up the next PC, and the PC after that, and the PC after that, and he's helped me with 2 moves now. So, it's funny, like, that's just been a couple years. I can only imagine for people who have been here for a couple years how, like, much things have changed on the stream and the community in general. Okay, so I think what TaToH's gonna need in order to combat this would be a siege workshop of his own. And I don't know if he realizes how many Scorpions are out here. Oh, and he patrolled into that as well. Like, I talked a little bit of smack about the Step Lancers, right? Because they're not as strong as Knights are in some situations. But when they're grouping around ranged units, they are better than Knights because they can hit more units, right? Because they have that one range. So I feel like TaToH's just trying to scramble to get away here. It is 58 villagers, or 59 now for Max, and 56 for TaToH. So Eco's close. Big deal for Max is going to be his stone positions, and this stone's not so good. This stone's not so good either, and he's just now going to it. But as TaToH is running away, and man, if you watched any of Battle of Africa 2, you will remember how good he is at controlling the game just by running. He's running away here, and he's going to try and go in on the right side. Fortunately for Max, he doesn't really have anything over there right now. Yep, so here's TaToH. And I'm really excited to see how the Steppe Lancers do. I mean, it's 13 against 14 crossbows, so they should wreck. But let's see how good they do when they engage. That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay, so all the crossbows go down. Keep in mind, they did not have the second defense upgrade or any attack upgrades there. And they are Mongol Steppe Lancers, so they had extra HP. All right, and now Chain Barding's on the way. I just feel like TaToH's not going to be able to do any damage again. So that's why I was thinking crossbows with mangonels. But even then, it's like, if you don't have enough crossbows to fight the steppes, your mangonel's not going to help either.
It's been a while since I have been able to catch one of your streams. It's great to see you. T90 nice.
Santa, thank you for 2 months. It's been a while. Well, glad you could make it back. It's been a while since I streamed, right? Because I was moving too, so happy to be back. Good micro from TaToH. We have Chain Barding Armor Steppe Lancers. Now TaToH can hit and run a little bit. Kills 2. He kills 3. This is where if these were knights, the crossbows wouldn't stand a chance. Still looks like the Steppe Lancers did okay. I mean, it wasn't the best, though. He lost 4.
Send forth the flaming camels! Ha!
Those Steppe Lancers bring traumatic memories of OG Cuman's frown.
I know. That's what I thought as well. When I saw those Steppe Lancers engaging, I was just thinking, oh god. Reminds me of November, when the game first came out. Everyone was picking Cumans. What a time. Probably, like, I said it then, and I still believe it now. Cumans at the start of DE were probably the most OP civ in Age of Empires history. Like, there's obvious arguments if you can make about other civilizations, but truthfully, November Cumans, probably the best civ ever. It was ridiculous. Better than any civ that I've seen. Because their eco, the Steppe Lancers were sick, and the Kip checks were also sick. And they have Siege Onager and Siege Ram. It's just like, oh man. All right, 90 villagers for the Max. He's heavily on stone, and it's 85 for TaToH. And Max is making a siege workshop here. So TaToH had a Mangonel out to take out the Scorpions, which is what I wanted to see. And now Max is going to add some siege, but I think, like, I'm not so sure about this engagement with the steps. Let's see. Max will take the fight. Okay, on the hill, Steppe Lancers against Celt Pikemen and crossbows and some monks. If you're going to take a fight with the Steppe Lancers against the pikes, this might be the time, and it's working. Wow. Now, no upgrades for TaToH, but it's still 10 Steppe Lancers left on the field. I think all Max is going to want to do anyways is not allow TaToH to snowball a push against him. Can't say I agree with fighting underneath the town center here. He's probably focused on something else. Hold on. Max is going to drop a castle on this hill, isn't he? Max is going to drop a castle right on this hill right now. This is not standard Mongols play. Normally, you want the castles to be safe. Because if the castles are safe, then you'll be able to make the manga die. But Max is like, nope. Wow, good shot there. Max is just thinking, I need to get this castle up to maybe deny the stone and take the hill away from TaToH. TaToH wants to place his own castle, and he has to be careful because that could be a doubt castle. Both players could fail these castles. I think it's more likely that Max is going to get his up, and TaToH is going to lose a ton of villagers in the process. Yeah, Max's castle will go up. He micros it well. TaToH's losing villagers. TaToH's now 15 villagers behind, and now both castles go up. And TaToH is on his way to Imp. Max is not on his way to Imp. Max is making rams. He's also making petards. To the person who said, hey, T90, I played a game where I lost a lot of stuff. Oh, no, it wasn't petards. It was like Supremacy Vills or something. Well, anyways, to people who like the 200 Petard game on YouTube last week, you might like this one. Petards in a competitive game. So TaToH's hoping Imp into Halberdier and some Trebs would be good here. Max is thinking, no. Let's stay in Castle Age. Let's continue to make units, and let's just expand that eco. Which, truthfully, I feel like is the best play. Makes a whole lot of sense. Because if you take your foot off the gas to go Imp, then you might just end up losing your castle to those Celts. But if you keep pressuring, TaToH just put 1,000 food and 800 gold into the Imperial Age, and he might not get there anytime soon. All right, here they come again. No upgrades on the pikes for TaToH. Something he should probably try and do, but he doesn't have a lot of food in the bank right now. TaToH with Maganel behind, but the Petards had the hill bonus, and boom! We do have a Petard emote, by the way, for people that are unaware of that. Okay, so now TaToH will be an Imp without a castle. He can't take his stone, and he can't take most of these farms. I said before the series that I thought that TaToH would win 3-1 here because he normally has Max's number. But Max playing strong. He had the Drush, which killed a villager early. Now another castle, and he can still take all of his stones at home. Like, all of his resources at home he can take. He's not even really... Okay, now he's making Mega Dive, but... Okay, so now the question is, like, I feel like this is going to be such a good game, because now the question becomes, is it a good idea to build 2 castles in the same spot? The cat is... Hold on. I got to make sure the cat is not eating the wires underneath my feet. Oh, God, my mic's dead. Okay, the cat is just investigating the stream room. We're good. We're a little bit worried that the cat might start chewing the wires, because he's a very playful cat. But I think we're good. Oh, did you hear that meow? Oh. Anyways, back to the game. I'm sorry. The worry for Max at the moment is he could lose 2 castles to trebuchets. So he's doing good, and he has 25 more villagers. But if you need your castles in late game with Mongols, and you build the castles forward, that's a pretty big risk. The first castle I can make an argument for. The second castle, I think a lot of players at the high level would build it here, or would build it here, somewhere at their main base. We will have a cat emote, by the way. It's already prepped. So TaToH already has a Treb out, and Max is... It's just inevitable. He's gonna at least waste a lot of stone repairing these castles. However, I'm not so sure that TaToH can fight... Oh, wow. Big Maganel shot there. It depends on Micro, but I'm not so sure TaToH can fight this until he gets Halb, which is going to be on the way. Okay, Max will see that TaToH has 2 barracks and a siege workshop here, so he'll know the pressure is going to be coming in. Max is on the way to Imp now. He's not really in a position where he can run in here and snipe these Trebs, even if he's in the Imperial Age. Okay, but he sees the villagers. That outpost was huge. And after seeing the villagers, he will put a stop to that, at least for the time being. Over here, he loses his Maganel. Celts are so good economically. TaToH still 35 villagers behind. Max with 2 castles to produce Megadai from. Not making any castles elsewhere. Is he taking this stone? He is. Yeah, that's beautiful too. 2 mining camps on that. Also, extra gold here. These villagers are dancing. They're happy about it, thanks to E. Yeah, Max does have resources everywhere. Do I really see what I think I'm seeing? Max is gonna go champions? What? Yo, Max went 3 mil drush with Mongols. He went Steppe Lancers. And now he's gonna go champions. Like, we rarely see Max play 1v1s, and he's just going to come back and be like, hey, the meta you think exists? No, that's not a thing. I'm going to go champions with Mongols. Now, I remember back when I used to play in the HD days, and I wasn't so good. I recall going champions with Mongols. Like, that was, like, a good thing to do. Because they have full upgrades on their champions, as far as I know. Does anyone know if they get supplies, though? I feel like they don't get supplies, which in today's world would make them bad. But anyways, they do get full upgrades, and it would be a good counter for the Halbs. But also, so are Mangadai, if you get enough of them. But, you know, he's going to lose the castles. Okay, he's going to lose the castles. TaToH will get what's remaining of his stone back. And it is 160 pop for TaToH, 173 for the Max. The score could not be closer. And now we're going to have Rams and Halbs pushing. Yeah, Max is going to need something. And the answer is two-handed swordsman. He just has to... He's going to build barracks on the right side of the map. This is such a Max thing to do, if you remember. And a petard! If you remember Hidden Cup 2. And go back and watch that. Just watch how Max likes to play, man. He gets random villagers in corners. And he sticks with it. TaToH will probably see... Alright, this guy's got barracks. So I'm going to get supplies, which Mongols do not get. And I already have infantry upgrades, so I'm going to make my own champion line. These villagers going down. Max maybe seems outpaced at the moment. And the Trebs are rolling this way for TaToH to take out these buildings. TaToH is everywhere with 48 military, but here are the longswords. Now, longswords versus Halbs. The longsword should win, plus there's Mangadai here. No imp upgrades, and two-handed swordsman is on the way. So Max is kind of winning the race to champion because you have to get quite a few upgrades. Over here, Max with micro could take out the Halbs. He's got to make sure he micros this. If he micros this, he can get that castle up, even though it's risky. These Halbs get cleaned up. It is 180 pop for Max now. However, I have to say TaToH is expanding big time. And you still would favor Celts against Mongols when you're talking infantry v infantry. So this is pretty awkward at the moment. Not to mention if TaToH is able to get Woad Raiders out. Woad Raiders are way better than champions. And forget about the cost. Woads are just sick. Okay, that castle goes up for Max and he's taking this extra stone. Man, they're using all the map right now. This is incredible. And I think Max, with a castle here and a castle here, is also going to make Mangadai with his two-handed swordsman. And he sees these Trebs. He knows all about it. He says, I'll take 1. I'll take 2, 3, and 4. Wow. Like, I'm a big fan of both of these players, but can we please acknowledge how unique this game is? Max is on 1 relic for those wondering, and I'll check. And no relics yet for TaToH. Small little side base for Max with that 1 villager. And he will probably go to raid TaToH here in a moment. But now that I see Mangadai with champion... Now I'm thinking, you know what? This is better for the Mongols. T90, why in low elo legends is supplies such a meme? Because people get low elo they get low elo legends. It's because they research supplies at times that does not make sense. In fact, it's very common for low elo players to just research supplies and never make infantry units. They just see it and they think... I think it's because they see apples, right? I think they see the apples and they think it's like an eco bonus or something. I don't know, but that's why it's a meme in low elo legends, because I'd say 9 times out of 10 when people research it, they research it at a time which doesn't make sense. That's all. Okay, so TaToH has more numbers. TaToH does not have the best upgrades. It's still full upgrades for the champion from the Max. Wow, and it's just incredible what numbers and the Celt infantry speed can do. Now, TaToH is going to be very focused on defending all of this. He lost his tower. He has idle villagers. As he defends there, it's on Max to shift to the other side, and Max is going to hit this stone now. I'm loving this game so much. This is incredible. This is so sick. And sometimes the pathing on these ranged units, it's like you click them back, and they all need to run forward before they go back. And then you lose a few of them. It's one of the most frustrating things. And now we could see Max losing this castle if he's not careful. He's put most of his food and his food and gold into the champion, so he doesn't have the food and gold to get elite. But Mangadai, still missing Mangadai upgrades. And TaToH has more military, and he has the faster firing Trebs. He's cleaning this up. He's also looking to push this castle, and he will clear out that castle. Just as elite Mangadai is completing for Max. So Max will have 1 castle remaining. Nope, never mind. He's going to have 2. But he's building them in the far corners of his map. And he is raiding TaToH's eco with champions right now. And TaToH's lost quite a few vills to this. TaToH's only at 105. 106 now. And then 136 for Max. But now that it's elite Mangadai, now this is a different situation. Max also going to get his 2nd relic.
My theory is that low elo legends think supplies affects all military.
Wouldn't surprise me, Presmu. Wouldn't surprise me. And great micro from Max. Might even get a conversion here, and the castle will help. Huge, huge KD lead for the Finnish player. Lots of expiring farms, which is weird. And he's got a garrison here because TaToH is starting to raid. So I guess the worrying thing for TaToH is after that, I'm not sure he can push anymore. Like, I think he's going to almost have to raid. Okay, never mind. He sees... Oh, wow, a castle here for Max. Okay. I'm surprised Max built one there. Okay, well, he can push that then. On this side, Max has still been producing. That's super annoying. Here, Max is about to raid. This is an amazing game. And I think Max is going to lose another castle. This will be castle number 4 that he will lose as Mongols. The fact that the man is in this game, and you could say winning, after losing 4 castles with Mongols is just beyond me. Normally, that is a recipe for disaster. And now TaToH doesn't have his military on the right side, and villagers are dying as they retreat. The TC will melt. That's gold that TaToH now cannot take. By the way, Max just got Bowsaw and also the second farm upgrade, which for whatever reason I always forget, Heavy Plow. Max making champions on this side to defend from the halves and the champions from TaToH. He will defend from that. Looks a whole lot harder for TaToH to defend from the Mangadai and the champion raid coming in from Max. I think Max is going to be tempted to go for this TC as well. You got to assume Arson is in at this point, right? So should be able to melt town centers with this many champions. TaToH just hiding back here with his Shred. That should tell you his situation. And TaToH at 170 pop with 30 idols. And many of those idle villagers are about to die. He's now down below 100 villagers. And guys, I think Max is going to do it. With Mongol champions. When's the last time you saw Mongol champions in a competitive 1v1? I can't think of the last time. This is a caster's dream right here. I can't think of the last time that I've seen that. Crazy. Again, most people probably would have gone for more defensive play with the castles. Feel like Max's big boom and his ability to get to champion all came back to those forward castles and almost tossing them away. Here he fights. Again, no supplies. Celts get supplies. Celts get faster military, but it doesn't matter. The Max wins game number 1 in extraordinary fashion. That was sick. I loved that game.
Missed seeing you streaming as much. Hope moving is going well.
All right, so here's the deal. Thank you very much, Zalb, for 15, and hello everybody who's on the stream right now. I'm casting this whole best of 5, and if the future games are as good as this game, we are in for a treat. But I know this one's going to YouTube, and because I stream all the time, I can't get everything to YouTube, okay? So, the whole best of 5 will be in the YouTube description in the form of an unlisted video if I'm not planning on uploading all the other games, just so everyone is aware. But let's go to the statistics. 372 kills for the Max. What a crazy KD there. We had pre-Mildrush Steppe Lancers, Champions, and Mangadai from Mongols in a 1v1. More food collected in that game. Wood collected was very close. And just stone and gold count is just sky high for Max. Yeah, he almost tossed away the castles and didn't care. And still was able to get to enough Mangadai for it to matter. You really only need like 20 or 30 of them. I think Celts, they struggle so much against that unit because they normally go infantry and siege. And, well, infantry and siege is countered by Mangadai. And Max even hit 153 villagers at one point. I'm sure TaToH's going to bounce back. But yeah, Max had, what, 6 castles? And he ended the game with 3? Or was it 2? 2. That's just... How do Mongols win with that? That's ridiculous. Okay, let's move on to the next game.